Well, they'll be calling you a radical, so Putin's done it. He's invaded Ukraine, and first off, I have a lot of loved ones over there. I have a lot of strong connections in Kiev and Eastern Ukraine also. Scary, really scary. Everything that those people have been through for all the many decades. Chernobyl, 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 Chernobyl. Here we go again. There's 15 active nuclear reactors in the Ukraine, including the biggest in Europe, who has a horrible record. The safety record's there, and there's the eastern region that Putin says he's, the rebel occupied, he claims. Well, do you think it's possible that in war people will use a nuclear reactor as a weapon? Are you kidding? Of course they will. Scary. Really scary. That's not counting Chernobyl. In Chernobyl, the nightmare that it is. So, went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban, I just got this in the mail today from JC. Haven't heard from him for a long time. I ain't gonna quit you. Here in the U.S., went off to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. I've talked to Mikhail Gorbachev twice personally in Vienna. We go from Reagan and Gorbachev, SALT 1, SALT 2, demilitarization, the downsizing of the military-industrial machine in the U.S. from 1976 clear to 99, we downsized it. I mean, we were at a time of peace in the world. I mean, I look back at the 90s, no inflation. I was a plaster, and then I worked on Wall Street all summer. I remember when Ayn Rand Greenspan slashed the interest rate 2000. I'm like, science fiction economics. Where the hell have we gone? We go from Gorbachev to Putin, Tsar Putin. How long has he been in power? Oh my God. Same old thing. 19, 13, 14. Isn't that where World War I broke out? Was it a Russian invasion? Yeah, it's Crimea. And Dorothy Day was there. Einstein's trying to prove the theory of relativity. Campbell himself. Campbell, the Campbell observationist with his big gear was there. With their guns and their tanks and their bombs. Same old thing. 1913. In your head. Sugar wars, molasses wars, textile wars. Plutonium wars. Plutonium wars. The business. I mean, in Europe, they don't even teach the Civil War. In the United States, the Civil War. They teach it as the textile war. This is imperialism. That's what imperialists do. They expand their domain. They become so narcissistic and so lustful with power. The longer they're in and the more they have of it, the more abstract their mind becomes, and more of a board game this becomes. It's always been that way, but this time it's on nuclear. This is some scary shit. Sugar wars, textile wars, the last one, cocaine cowboys, plutonium wars. You go back to the Ukraine, you go back to Flynn, Manafort, Hunter Biden. I mean, the corruption in the Ukraine, what's gone up, that vacuum that's been left there post-Chernobyl. Mikhail Gorbachev, speaking in Vienna. This was in about 2008-ish. What took down the Soviet Union was Chernobyl. He says even before that was the invasion of Afghanistan. then the disaster. You know, in that part of the world, they don't even teach. You talk to people in Kiev, you talk to people in Budapest, in Vienna, you talk to people in that part of the world, St. Petersburg, they'll tell you they don't believe that it was human error. You know, the documentary Chernobyl, I consulted on. I was just looking at my beautiful Chernobyl documentary blue beanie I had that got stolen. Was his girlfriend's car. They'll tell you that they believe the United States CIA blew it. And if you don't know anything about William Teller, start reading up on him. He was from Hungary. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Nuclear reactors as a weapon, that's what they are by definition. That's how you get a nuclear bomb. You have to centrifuge 238, turn into purified, standing on the state line, turning holy water into wine. In your head, with their tanks and their bombs and their guns and their nuclear reactors. Your silence is their violence. Well, we've been censored. The peace movement, that's peace activists, anti-nuclear activists. We got Joseph Googled. Internet kettled. I used to have a giant following in Ukraine. You can't find me. Scary stuff. 15 nuclear, including the biggest in all of Europe. All hands on deck. All hands on deck. We'll see how this plays out, but war's never good. And I just listened to the Secretary of State here. I just read through his vlog. They're saying this is much bigger than even the American populace thinks. World War I was started right there, when we know how long and nasty and evil that whole nightmare lasted. Turned into World War II. Cost my father his life. Gave me cancer. My father was drafted Marine. Air Blast 1. Put in right up next to a bomb. A nuke to death. Died of AML leukemia when I was young. ABL. I was working on part of my PhD, the children of the atomic veterans. I was looking through some videos in 2011. I did, going crazy and talking about cancer, and I mean, wow. Then I got it. I've been battling leukemia for 10 years. So my mate, my partner that I was with, activist, she's from the Ukraine, Annika. That poster's her that I have drawn up there.